actual video. Hey, what's up, amigos? Welcome to another day in my life. Okay, so today I'm gonna be talking. It's another tag day, so we're gonna be talking about. Well, I ain't gonna be talking about my sister. Anyways, okay, we're gonna be talking. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about something that I wanted to talk about. That I'm happy of. So I don't know if you guys know this, but my parents are pastors, and that means, what does that mean for me? That means that I'm a son of. I'm a pastor's kid, a PK, what some say, some call it, and I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that because like God has done a lot of things in my life that I've just been like seeing, and it's been going through my eyes, and everything's just been passing. And I just wanted to say, you know, God, He changes things. You don't expect things to happen, and you sometimes, whatever He does, it amazes you. Like my parents never thought that they would become pastors. My parents never looked to like. They never thought in a million years that they would have become pastors. You know. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking about it. Okay, so where do I start? Okay, so as you guys know, or well, some of you guys know, I used to live in California, and in California we were attending a church, and when we would go there, like it was good and everything, and it was a good church, and then at the end of the, like when we were gonna move over here, my dad told the pastor, and like, the pastor told my parents that they were gonna become pastors. And my dad didn't really believe that. Like, he was like, no, I don't think so. Like, I don't think that we're called to be pastors. I don't really feel it in my heart that I'm going to become a pastor. And I really don't think that that's going to happen. And so, my mom, like, she didn't think that either. She was like, no, we can't become pastors. That's weird. Like, for us to become pastors, I don't think so. And anyways, we were coming over here to Oregon thinking that, we were just going to be attendants of like a church, you know, like attend a church and just go there every 2 days of the week and just be there, you know, worship God and everything like that. And we thought that it was going to be like just a normal experience. And so, and if you guys don't know what a pastor is a person who looks over the church, people in the congregation, and they lead them like closer, like they're the leaders of like a church. I don't know what you can say. It's like I don't know another word for it. But anyways, so we came over here. We never thought that we were gonna become pastors. You know, my dad was like, "You guys, we came over here, and I know that they said that we were supposed to become pastors, but I don't think that's what God has called us for." And so we just came over here, and we were like, "Okay, we're not gonna become pastors or anything." And well, my parents become pastors. So we started going to church, and every single time we would go, we'd be like, yeah, we'd make jokes with my dad, and we'd be like, what up, pastor? Or like, you know, pastor. Or sometimes people from church would accidentally say pastor, and like my dad would be like, oh, no, and then stuff like that. But afterwards, we got out of that church, and people started coming to our like house and talking to my parents and saying that my parents were like pastors to them, that they felt like they were their pastors. And like my dad and my mom were still like, you know, like iffy about that, like they weren't like complete sure about that. But as God has His plans, my parents became pastors, and over the weeks, over the months that we've been pastors, that my parents have been pastors, I've seen a change in their lives. I've seen a change in our family's life. We have gone, like, as every family does, I believe, like, you go through stuff, and you go, whenever something changes, like, you know, you go through different stuff, and you, like, I don't know, I feel like the devil gets even more mad whenever, like, it's a family, like, like when the parents are pastors, and when he tries to attack that more because like he knows who the head of the church is. And if the head of the church falls, well, then everything else fails. And so, we've had situations and family problems and stuff like that. But luckily to this day, like, we're still a family and we're still, like, we still love each other. And anyways, what I wanted to talk about was, like, I know that was already, like, a long story, but, I mean, what I just wanted to say was, what is a pastor's, like, becoming a pastor mean to me? Like, my parents becoming a pastor, what does that mean to me? I feel like that puts me in a role where I have to look and see more, not more, like, better than everybody, but you have to act more, mature than how you would act before. Because now, everybody looks at, like, not that they do, but, like, everybody, you feel like everybody puts you in a higher place, and they look at you and they're like, oh, how can he be doing that if he's a pastor's kid? Like, how can he be cussing? How can he be drinking? How can he be going out to doing stuff like that? I don't know. And how could he be, like, doing drugs and stuff? Like, you have to put those things aside now, and you can't be playing around anymore, because now the people are looking at you from the congregation and they're like, that's the pastor's kid. He has to act. And I feel like sometimes it does feel like too much, like, pressure on you. But then you have to remember it's life. Like, you're gonna fail sometimes, but that doesn't mean that to go out and do the crazy stuff like I always say. But yeah, becoming pastor's kid for me has been a blessing. I feel like each day we get stronger as a family. We get stronger, and we gotta work things out more. And yeah. Anyways, that's it for today's video. That's all I wanted to talk about. And I'll see all of you next week when I talk about something else. So, see you guys tomorrow, and adios mis amigos. Did you guys like the story? Did you not? I don't know. It's an actual real life story, so I don't know how you could change that. I don't know. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow, and I am gonna leave. Well, not leave, but yeah. Okay, peace.